Hello everybody and welcome back once again to my F1 23 career mode journey. This is season 3, round 4, the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix at Imola. And there is a depressing stat that is looming over us right now, and that is in the last 2 races we have scored 1 single point. We were on course for a P2, potential P1 in Australia, only to have an engine failure, and then strategy in China really wasn't the one, and we just lost places because of that. However, we're in Imola and it's Q1. Let's try and turn things around. Drugovich got a pretty strong result last time out. He got P5, so I'm hoping we can build on that as a team and move further towards the front. My goal remains to win the world title. It's just becoming trickier and trickier, with the last few races having been, well, difficult to say the least. But we got P3 in Q1, which for now will do. That should be enough to move us through into the next part of qualifying. Part 2 is wet and we're pushing as hard as we can to get as high up the grid as possible. But I've clipped the curb, I've gone wrong and into the wall! And that is my qualifying over! By pushing ridiculously hard, clipping the curb too hard, which unsettled the car, and we're just heading straight to the scene of the accident there. So Q2 ends in disappointment, and we are down the field once again with it all to do. Oh, that was my mistake, and I feel so silly for that one.
Hello there and welcome back to Imola, home circuit of the Scuderia Ferrari. We expect to see a lot of local supporters wearing red today, and they've all... Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Felipe Drugovich lines up on pole position, with Pierre Gasly alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Norris, Perez, Leclerc, Sainz, Ocon, Théo Pourchaire, Joe, Hulkenberg, Oscar Piastri, Liam Lawson, Sargent, Bottas, Russell, Albon, Tsunoda, Stroll, De Vries.
It's all down to Felipe Drugovich then to see what can be done for our team. He's got pole position. How will he get away? It seems to be a decent start, but Pierre Gasly, I think, has just got away that bit quicker. The Mercedes getting off the line really nicely. They go side by side into one. Who is it going to be? Is it going to be Drugovich or Gasly? It is Gasly who leads the way, with Max Verstappen trying to get in amongst it as well. And I think Lando Norris is making himself interested there. But Gasly getting the lead on lap 1. This is how our start goes. It's lights out and away we go for us, and it's a decent getaway. Stroll, I think, seemed to struggle getting off the line there in the Alpine, and I'm trying to force my nose in with Tsunoda, but that's not happening. And Stroll and Magnussen in the McLaren also getting ahead of us, or trying to. Stroll's banging wheels with me, and I'm trying to leave room, but I've forced my car down the inside, and Magnussen and Bottas are with me too. So it's a bad day for Alpine. They got 2 cars right at the back, and I've moved my way up into P18 already, and I'm now going to go around the outside of Yuki Tsunoda and take 17th. So that's 5 places gained straight off the bat. We passed Stroll, Bottas, Tsunoda, Magnussen, and someone else who was in amongst it there. I can't remember who it was, but now again down the inside of Alex Albon to try and gain a place on him. That was a bit tight going in there, but we've got past and we make the move work. I think it was Nick De Vries that got past, actually, thinking about it. But we are now up into P16 ahead of Alex Albon, and I'm now getting ready to shape up a potential attack on Nico Hulkenberg for 15th. Meanwhile, this is Felipe Drugovich. It was right in the slipstream of Pierre Gasly. Go on, Felipe, son. Round the outside, can you make it work? Yes, he can. And our teammate Felipe Drugovich puts himself in the lead of this Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. Max Verstappen's trying to put himself in second, but that's not happening there. And we now go back on board with us as Piastri and someone else ahead of him. They're having a little skirmish. It's George Russell, and I'm getting right in the slipstream of Nico Hulkenberg, trying to move my way forward. Hulkenberg's got caught up in their little battle. I'm going to try and go around the outside here. We make that work. We've gained the place on Hulkenberg, and now I'm on the rear of Oscar Piastri in the AlphaTauri, and this should be a straightforward move, blasting past the Red Bull powered car, but he doesn't make it easy for me. But we have got the move done, and now I'm not sure why we got a collision warning, but you do you, fam. Next up is George Russell and Liam Lawson in the Williams. Liam Lawson having a strong showing here in P12, but I think Russell's about to take that away from him, but not if I can get down the inside of Russell first, which I do. And now we're going to go after Liam Lawson ourselves. Gasly setting the fastest lap of the race, so he's obviously trying to get back after Felipe Drugovich, but we're going to have after Liam Lawson here. Is there a move down the inside? No, Lawson's covering, but we're going to take the super inside tight line and brake later, and we're ahead of Lawson, and Russell has followed us through. Here comes Verstappen on Gasly then. So Gasly's had a bit of a slower lap. He had set the fastest lap, but he's had a slower one this time. And Max Verstappen in the Red Bull has gained P2 on him. Verstappen getting through quite easily. Back on board with me now as I'm trying to make inroads on Logan Sargent in the Williams. But I've now got George Russell right behind me. And the worst thing is I'm losing times fighting this Mercedes that's trying to come past. He's down the inside and I think he's going to get it done. Nope. Oh, a little bit of track extending there. That was a bit cheeky. Russell to the outside again. Not having any of it. Run him a little bit wide there. But my soft tyres, I'm starting to think was a mistake to start on soft. Russell has a look up the inside. No way through there. Lando Norris now is having a look on Pierre Gasly. Norris is going to go for the inside of turn one. And I think, is Lando going to get the move done here? Gasly just holding out, but now Lando's going to have the better exit, and Norris moving up into P3. Gasly having to settle, but next time round Gasly says, you know what, I want that move back, I want that P3 back, and Pierre Gasly retaking third place. I've pit early because my soft tyres are just shredded, and so now it all becomes a game of what I can do with this strategy. I think it is going to have to be a two-stopper, and once again I'm needing a safety car to help make my strategy work. Whether it will work, we'll see how it all pans out, but for now I'm down in 21st with Russell down in last, and in fact I am setting some pretty decent lap times. Got two purple sectors here. Is it going to be a third purple sector? No, but it's still going to be a fastest lap of 1:15.1. We will take that for now because it is bringing me closer to the pack, and that is what I need to see. Few laps down the line then, and we are now on the rear of Max Verstappen, who has just come out the pits in front of us, and that's a really unique dive up the inside of Aqua Minerale. You never see overtakes done there before, but we have done it. Albon is now blowing up in front of us, so that's Albon out of the race. Tsunoda's compromised, and I'm going to try and pass him just as it turns green, which I did. It turned yellow after I passed him, so I don't feel particularly bad about that overtake. Albon is out of the race now, and we are moving forwards. Piastri in the pit. Hulkenberg ahead of us, also pitting. So quite a few of the AI starting to pit now, and we've really moved forwards as a result. We're ahead of what I believe is Lando Norris. There's Felipe Drugovich, so we're just behind him. But at this stage of the race, I was thinking, right, I need to make my second stop in the next few laps. But actually, I'm going to extend my stint and I'm going to help out my teammate by holding up the pack. Gasly has a super late pit stop, which is going to result in him tumbling down the order. Gasly really leaving it out a few laps too late there. And Drugovich has gone through, and a few others have now gone through, including myself. Gasly has dropped out of the points with that, so he's going to have a comeback. Meanwhile, I'm doing everything I can to hold up the Red Bulls to help my teammate Drugovich build a lead. He's got 5 seconds, and I can just hear Max Verstappen swearing in his helmet at me and, well, generally cussing me. I don't think he's going to be very happy, but we are doing the team game here. However, next time round, the Red Bull of Perez has me, and Verstappen is going to try and be through as well. He has got through, but I'm going back down the inside and defending Max once more. He's lost a place to Leclerc, but I think he'll get that back. Right, Pierre Gasly's comeback starts here as he gets past George Russell, his teammate, and drops Russell out of the top 10 and out of the points. Russell's fighting back though, but Gasly, the traction advantage he has, just helping him through there as he now goes past Théo Pourchaire in the Aston Martin. Another place gained. Gasly's comeback really coming full circle. Right, there's 2 Ferraris going after Esteban Ocon here. One of them nearly losing it. I think that was Carlos Sainz who nearly lost it. Ocon goes deep but still holds the place. We've pitted in a lap later now. Obviously our strategy and our race very much in the bin. I definitely should have pitted a lap or 2 sooner, but yeah, like I said, I was helping Drugovich out, playing the team game, but I think I might have gone a little bit overboard with that. We have got some overtaking to do if we want to salvage anything from this Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix for ourselves. At the moment, it is P19 with Max Verstappen in P20 behind us, so he's taken damage somewhere unseen to us. First off, though, we're going to overtake the other Dutch driver, which is Nick de Vries, and move up into P18. Next up ahead of us is going to be Lance Stroll, and Stroll should be relatively simple to take down the inside, and the Alpine driver just not offering any kind of resistance to that move. Hulkenberg is next, and again we should just blast past him here with overtake, with DRS, and just with a superior car. Yep, up ahead of Hulkenberg into P16. Zhou Guanyu is next to him. Hulkenberg putting a bit of grunt into that hat and fighting me as hard as he can, but to no avail. Meanwhile, the Ferraris have got past Ocon, and you know what? So too has Pierre Gasly. So his fight, but a definitely impressive fight back to move into P6. But the Ferraris, I think, are a little bit too far ahead as I now take this dive bomb down the inside of Zhou Guanyu to move up into 15th place. Next up now is Yuki Tsunoda down the inside of the double left here, and that is P14. So moving up the order, we've got Piastri and Lawson next, and I am catching them all at quite a rapid rate on these fresh tyres, and I'm hoping that we might just be able to scrape a couple of points here. But again, it's been another race where we should have had more, and if not for the mistakes in qualifying, I think we could have. Round the outside of Acqua Minerale we go then, of Oscar Piastri, and making that move stick up into P13. Now we're up to Liam Lawson, and again we should be able to get this one pretty straightforward. Sargent is 7 seconds ahead and Russell is nearly 10, so I fear that points are too much of a tall order today, but we might be able to get the Williams of Logan Sargent and displace his P11, but it's a very disappointing day for us here in Imola. And Felipe Drugovich, though, has done the duty. He has done his job and won the race, and I am so proud of our new teammate there. In his 4th Grand Prix with us, he has done, well, he's done amazingly, hasn't he? And there's an incident in front of us, not sure who, but Drugovich has done me proud. He's done the whole team proud, securing our first victory of the season as the team. For us though, it's P11 and, well, no points from Imola, and that's 1 point from 3 races. We need to do better.
And that's it then for the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. And what a sensational victory they've managed to pull off here. What do you think it was today, Ants, that gave them the edge over the competition?
I really feel the track layout combined with the track temperatures we saw today suited their car. These cars come alive when the tyres are just at the right temperature. Great job managing that as well. They just look so comfortable out there. It's like anything, it always looks so easy when it all just clicks.
Well, I'm thoroughly exhausted after the excitement of that race, but I'm sure it's nothing compared to our drivers here. They've worked hard to make it up there, and it's great to see them make their way onto the podium now. Pierre Gasly, our
You gotta do what you gotta do, and today what I had to do was play the team game and help Drugovich secure the win, which he does by 5 seconds. So Perez did eat into the lead, but he wasn't able to overtake. So it's Felipe Drugovich winning with Perez second and Norris making the podium, which puts Drugovich up to 4th in the standings, only 13 points off Gasly. But I am 41 points off, so we've got a bit of gaining to do. Norris is up to 2nd in the standings, so Lando is making himself interested in this fight, as is Max Verstappen. Russell has an off chance, and, well, it could be anybody's at this stage, but Drugovich really putting himself in the fight. And you know what? I'm proud of him for that, but for me, I've got a lot more to do if I'm going to put myself in the fight. But thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, hit subscribe if you're new here, and you want to see more content from me. Until the next time, I've been Joe, TTFN, ta-ta for now, take care.